So the December 2025 core algorithm update has just started rolling out. Now, with all of these core algorithm updates, or with the Google algorithm update, there is always some time between when they initially announce it and until it's actually fully rolled out. As you can see here, the previous spam update took 26 days to roll out. The previous core algorithm update took 16 days. The March core algorithm update took 13 days. Now, this is really important to keep an eye out on, especially if you are looking to make any changes, or maybe you've seen a dip in traffic, or maybe you've seen an increase in traffic as well. A lot of SEOs start to panic when like a core algorithm update comes into play. My best opinion is to just analyze stuff, which I will show you guys in just a second, how to analyze and how to keep an eye on what's working, what's not working, and how to replicate those strategies as well. Also, if you haven't already, download mySEO.app. It's a free community that you can get on Android and also iOS as well. We've got live streams in there. We have got a community section in there, so if you are ever struggling with SEO, you can ask other people questions. We also have several courses in there as well. It's the go-to place for SEOs. So when it comes to core algorithm updates, the main thing that I like to take a look at is what is actually working, and also keeping an eye on this page and seeing when this actual core algorithm update is actually finished rolling out. It actually does seem like Google prefers rolling out core algorithm updates either in November or December, because as you can see here, Google December 2024 core update, and this was 13th of December, almost exactly 1 year. I'm recording this on December 12th, 2025. So a few things, if you are noticing some fluctuations, what I like to do is take a look at some keywords. I've just pulled up 4 random keywords that I'll be showing you guys. And also let me know in the comments if you want me to do a separate video on how to do a proper analysis when there is a core algorithm update. Let me know if that's something that you guys want me to do. This will be like a quick rundown. So what I like to do is load up Ahrefs. You will need Ahrefs for this, or potentially SEMrush, and search like a few keywords. So right now I've just searched for best running shoes, and if you go to the position history, and you can set this to be in like a last 30 days example or subset, you can actually start to see websites that have either dropped off or came into the actual top 10 results. So as you can see, we've got a few different results here. We've got the green result that's jumped in. So as you can see here, which is surprise, surprise, Reddit. We then have YouTube that's been stable, Run Tester that's been stable. What we don't want is websites that have just been completely flatline. We either want to see some fluctuations or websites that have just come in from nowhere, because those are the websites that we're going to be able to see what they're actually doing the most out of. So for example, this website here, Runner's Need, that's been pretty stable. Adidas has come in, and then that website was pretty stable. Facebook is also coming. So the 3 websites that have come in randomly, one is obviously Reddit, surprise, surprise. Then we've got Fleet Feet, which was ranking pretty well. In November, this was position number 3. And now it's went to position number 10. So this might be a website that we would actually want to take a look at and see what they've done, and avoid doing it, whether it's the style of their actual content, etc. Those would be the stuff that we would be taking a look at. Maybe they're lacking topical authority. Maybe they don't have any backlinks. There might be a multitude of reasons as to why they've went from position 3 to position number 10. We then have got Adidas, which their web page has actually started. It was completely nowhere in November, and now they are position number 12. I am not too certain why, but the Adidas website is... Oh yeah, it actually did end up loading. This is their webpage. So this is like a Shopify roundup or a Shopify category page where they've got all of their products. So this straight off the bat tells me that maybe Google prefers more e-commerce style websites as opposed to the long form article that we were looking at before, like this. So that might be one reason as to why Adidas is starting to perform well, and why Fleet Feet has actually took some positions out of the rankings. We then have another keyword here, which is best television. And again, if we take a look at the position history, we're going to set this to be in the last 30 days. We can see some results that have started to actually come in. So, for example, Reddit here, let's take a look. Reddit is position 5. It was position 4. In this case, it's actually went down. Let's take a look and see. So YouTube, Google is obviously preferring some YouTube. This was nowhere to be seen, and now it's position number 9. The rest of these are pretty standard pages. This position number, CNET, is an interesting one to take a look at. CNET in November was position number 62, and now it's position number 8. So it does look like this website or this web page is actually preferred. Now, the interesting thing about this web page is it's actually like a roundup. So it's not a specific page talking about like long form or short form content. It's more of a hub page. So that's a very interesting one to take a look at. Now, in some cases, you might be taking a look at some of your competitors and you might say, oh, well, I don't have a roundup page or a hub page in this case. So in that case, that like doing activities like this, doing reverse analysis like this on winning and or losing web pages can give you really good ideas. So let's say, for example, if we had 60 pages all talking about the best televisions on our website, but we didn't have like a hub page like this. This could be a perfect opportunity to include a hub page and actually be able to gain back some of our lost positions. This is another example how to do keyword research. And again, if we take a look at the last 30 days, for example, one thing to remember as well is you want to have the target date to the latest. Now, with keyword research, for example, this, for whatever reason, it's not got the latest date, so we will skip that one. Although there are a few things that you can obviously see from this, like there are a few pages that have just recently cropped up in the past maybe like few days. So, for example, SEMrush has dropped off a little bit. Then we have got Ahrefs that was position 7 and now it's position number 4. But if you want like the best or the most accurate set of results, make certain that the target date is actually set to at least the closest date that we're on right now. So 10th of December. So as you can see here, we have got another Reddit web page that has actually come in from nowhere. So Reddit, for example, was position number... So previously it was nowhere to be seen. And then it started ranking in its position number 7. And now it seems to be position number 6. We also have got Moz that's also come in from nowhere. What other websites have we got there? That's Moz, and Yoast as well as another one, which again came in from nowhere. So these would be all websites that I would be taking a look at and seeing what they do with their content structure, what they do with their link building, what they do with their internal links. Have they got a lot of topical authority? Is it maybe the page layout that Google prefers, and that's maybe what I should be focusing on? There's a lot of reasons as to why websites end up ranking, or if they end up actually not ranking as well. So just by looking at these two websites, so SEMrush was another one that actually started ranking. They do go into a lot of detail. It's not like a really generic web page that's just talking briefly about about what is SEO. They've actually went into detail. They're talking about different types, so like local SEO, doing website audits, performing keyword research, and then same goes with these guys as well. So They're now talking about like off-page SEO, on-page SEO, technical, the three pillars of SEO. Then they've got like types of SEO, so like e-commerce, local, video, news, etc. So just straight off the bat, looking at these two web pages that have started winning, they are very in detail as to what they're talking about, and they're also have got dedicated pages about all of the different types of SEO, so their internal linking structure is really good as well. Now, if we take a look at this web page here, for example, this is an article that's actually dropped in rankings because of the actual core algorithm update. As you can see here, their content is just really thin. So like this is their entire web page talking about what is SEO. When we actually compare that to like a SEMrush, for example, or if we go back and click on the Yoast example, right? Look at all of this content and how not just the length of it, but the actual subjects that they're talking about as well. Like it's just a very much more in detailed article that Yoast actually has, and same with SEMrush as well. Comparing it to this, where they've just got like the what is SEO, how does Google search for content, and then what happens when you search on Google, and what does this mean with show it, right? It's not really educational. I've not really learned anything from this actual article. So that would be my starting point. I would be rewriting the actual content to more in line with like this article here, or potentially the SEMrush article, because again, this just tells us, or straight off the bat, Ahrefs is telling us which web pages that Google is actually preferring now after the December 2025 update. If you guys have enjoyed the video, please remember to leave a like, and if you haven't already, download mySEO.app. We are actually going live in maybe 1 or 2 hours with Kyle Roof, talking about the core algorithm update a little bit more in detail, and also ranking factors as well. So if you haven't already, download the app and I'll see you on there. Thanks.